Welcome to The Clown is Down, where you can get mad at us for our opinions. This is Keith.
And I'm Pete.
And in each episode, we will be bringing out our innermost feelings about a wide variety of subjects, from action figures to crosswalks,
Movies to beluga whales.
So sit back and give us a listen.
Remember, we're doing this for you.
Double remember, it's just an opinion.
All right, then.
All right.
We're at it.
Robots.
Robutts. What about
Robutts.
Robutts? What about Robutts?
The Robutts are coming. No, they're here.
The Robutts are here, man.
They're here.
They're here. I think we're in the future.
I was sitting in Chick-fil-A the other day, and I was thinking about this, and I wanted to talk about it.
That hate chicken flowing through your veins.
That hate chicken's delicious.
It really is.
It's so good.
Did you get a biscuit?
No, I think I had number one. It was in the afternoon. So I'm sitting there with my daughter. You go in, you buy something. They hand you like a little coaster, like those old school coasters when they would vibrate when your table's ready.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
Like the old beepers.
Yes, and they're like, place this on the end of the table, and the robot will bring your food to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, the robots are here. I was like, oh. I was like, all right, okay. So we go sit down, and I'm like glued. I'm just sitting there, and I'm like,
you're waiting for the robot?
Waiting for the robot to come out, because I'm 48. I'm expecting something, you know what I mean? Because I know I've seen other places that have had them. I've seen videos. I've never experienced yet.
This is the world that we were told we
Yes.
would have, and it's finally getting here. A
Well,
little late.
then the doors open, and out comes this step ladder that is on top of a Roomba.
Wait. Did they go? Whoosh, whoosh?
No, the door's sitting.
They went over.
They went because you know how they open up.
A step ladder on a Roomba.
That's what it was with googly eyes on the top.
Awesome.
It was like his iPad. It had these eyes, and it was playing music like. I was going through it. I was looking at it, and my daughter was like, "Oh, it's so awesome." And I was like, no, it is not awesome. You were wrong, because
First of all, don't yell at your child in public for that. You had a level of expectation.
I did.
You were told a robot was bringing your food, and the first thing that went through your mind as a 40-year-old, no, I was going to say R2-D2 from the skiff.
No, I was Johnny 5. I was actually thinking like something like.
You think Johnny 5 was going to come out and?
Well, I wanted something with hands hold drinks and like.
Johnny 5 is alive.
I wanted, but yes, R2.
I went straight to the skiff, but yeah. R2 on the skiff.
My first thought was like Johnny 5. I really was. I was like either that or like a Rosie the Robot kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like it was going to be.
You wanted a robot.
I wanted everything that I have been learning or dreaming.
A Hollywood robot. You wanted a Hollywood robot.
I mean, I didn't want it to come out, like Terminator style or anything like that.
That would have been even better. Those doors swing open and like the T-800 exoskeleton comes out. Dun, 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 dun. That would have been awesome.
Eat your chicken salad if you want to live. Oh, okay. Yes, robot sir.
Here's your food if you want to live. Oh yeah. That would have been awesome.
Did you have extra pickles with this?
I did not.
No, the robot.
Oh my God. So you got a Roomba with a stepladder and googly eyes.
Yes, that's what it came toward me. And I was just staring. And the kids were going nuts in the place. Everybody was so excited about this thing. And I'm like, I was just kind of like, seriously?
Scowling.
I know. I'm like scowling at this room. I go, this is what we get? I was like, no. And I'm like, in my head, I'm just thinking about it. I'm just like, no.
You wanted that robot to go a little haywire so you could like fight it in the
No, I want it to be the robot that we have been taught.
You wanted the future Hollywood promised you. I want the future that 1980s promised us, like 1980s movies promised us. Like I want a wall of like CRT televisions and like like Ford probes like with kits on them, and yeah, I think that would be cool. Neon basically the 90s.
So when I was watching all the other kids being so excited about it, and like I was like, yeah, it is. I mean, it is cool. But then when the robot finally comes to your table, and it just like, and it just stops in front of your table, and it's just looking at you, and you're looking back at it.
It for the record, it was not looking at you. Those are just stick-on googly eyes. It was not. It did not sense your. It didn't sense your presence. It was not going to talk to you.
There was this moment I was just staring at it, and I was like, and I was like, do I reach forward and take the things off? I'm like, what the? And then this lady just swooped in. So then the servant of the robot comes up, and she takes all the things off the tray and puts them in front of you.
What?
And then, yes. And then when it's done, it plays this happy music. And then like it backs up and goes, it just goes back into the kitchen. And then it came out again. I saw it do it to another table. And then about after 2 or 3 tables, I'm like just eating and watching it every time it came out. And by the third time, it just disappeared for a while. And then people were coming out in trays, and like I guess people that worked there were bringing the food out. And I was like, did something happen to the robot in the back, or there's a recharge?
The robot went mad.
I know. It went all killbot.
Robot revolution.
Like shopping mall was like happening.
Meat bags.
It wasn't chicken we were eating.
Oh, that's awesome. It's just like robot cooks back there. So you said someone took the food off of the robot.
Yes.
What was this person doing? What was their job when the robot was not delivering food?
Wiping down the tables and sweeping around everybody and making sure everybody was happy. And then the robot would come out. That's what I guess what she does. She's just walking around. And so, yeah. And I was confused. I was like, well,
why didn't you just bring me my food?
I know it took longer, but I was like, okay, fair enough. All the kids love it.
Yeah, this is cool.
So then
you kind of loved it. I think I
thought I did. I thought it was neat. You know what I mean? But I was just
a little disappointed.
I was disappointed. So I fumed about it for about a week, and thinking about it.
Goddamn robot.
So we went back a week later, and like it's been a thing now. Like we've been going up there like a couple times a month, and like went back up there a week later, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, all right, the robot's here again today. And
you're excited. Did you see like the robot car in the parking lot?
I know. Yeah.
Oh, the robot's here today. Pull in.
I took a spot, but
screw you, robot.
My car was flipped over when I came out. No, so we're sitting there and watch it, and I was just like watching the robot come out, and I was having a talk with my daughter about robots. You
seem like the guy that's like sitting, like you show up like a few times a month and you just sit in like the back of the restaurant. You got like an old faded army jacket on. You're just like eating a sandwich over a newspaper and just like watching this robot with anger. Just like these goddamn robots. I tried to warn everybody. You're like Kyle Reese from the Terminator, where you got the old faded green army jacket and you're just angry like you got a shotgun under it. Like as soon as it gives somebody the wrong size waffle fry, you're gonna take it out. Not on my watch.
I did have a discussion about the robot because it came out when my daughter was like, so I was staring at it, and I was like, and I don't know why I said this, but I was like, they really dropped the ball on this thing. And I just said it out loud, and my daughter was like,
I like you're having these deep conversations with your daughter.
No, it gets better.
They really dropped the ball on this one, darling.
I had a moment. I really truly
pack your bags. We're moving out.
I was just like looking at it, and I was like, they could have dressed it up some. You know what I mean? It could have had like hands for drink holders. And
did they paint it? Did they at least paint it like a cow?
No, my daughter brought that up. She goes, yeah, it should have been a cow robot that comes out. And I was like, exactly.
Yeah. Or so mood or something.
Yeah. So we started talking about she was like, yeah, this thing should have been a cow and delivering the food and things like that. And then she finally said, I really like him. I think it's really cute. And then I was like, yeah, but you won't think it's so cute, like, when they come for your skin. And I don't know why I said that.
And just to be clear, Kyle Reese, how old is your daughter again?
She's 9.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then she's like, oh,
way to not terrorize her. I don't know why she won't sleep at night.
Well, then she had to go and say, she goes, Dad, they're not going to. She goes, the robot's not going to do that. They're not. Humans aren't going to allow the robots to do that. And I was like, I go, are you kidding me? I was like, yes. I go, you never know. And so I was like, you never know. And I was like, well, look, I go, no matter what happens, I was like, the more robots are, we might want to consider moving to the beach, because the salt air might be terrible for
Might
robot
be.
or take to the woods, and then I realized that there's tables around me.
Some hilly terrain.
So I was like,
Wait, were the tables around you looking at you like,
I don't know. I
what the
ceased
hell? Or were
conversation.
they just kind of like nodding and agreeing?
I
Like,
wanted, I wish I
you
did
know
look
what? This
around.
guy's got some merit.
I don't know what I'm trying to think of everything else I was saying to her, and I had to stop. I was just like, I go, what am I doing? I was like, this isn't like
Yeah.
you I'm talking to, you know what I mean? This isn't like
it's a 9-year-old.
But then, I'm thinking about it, and then I was like, I thought about it for another week. Another week goes by, and then we learn about the congressional hearing recently
Oh, the aliens.
about the aliens.
Yeah, aliens and robots.
And I went from like going, yeah, we're going
Maybe
to
I
need
was
these
maybe
robots.
I was a little.
We're going
So
to
the
need
robots are going to be our army
yes
against the aliens. What if the aliens are going to have the technology to turn the robots against us? Yeah.
Hi, friend.
Eat more chicken.
I know. This is bringing it to their table.
Yeah. I don't mind robots.
I don't mind.
I don't care about robots. It's all the AI that's
that's what I'm
freaking me out a little bit. Like I use AI. I use ChatGPT. I actually do use it, and it's effective. It learns. That's the crazy thing is it learns you have to get super specific when you request something from it. But I'm like, this is moving very fast.
It is.
Like,
it's going really fast.
And you got to think, this is the AI that the public has access to. So basically the government, if not our government, a government, whatever they've got is 10 years advanced. So whatever they have has got to be minimum 10 years advanced if we're using it now. And I'm like, that's a terrifying thought. That is a terrifying thought. It's so many weird things with AI is going on right now. And the art, all of it is nuts.
And because I send you this stuff all the time, like I look at a lot of like the Boston Dynamics stuff, and the way they make them look so human. And like again, I want to say this: I am not against robots.
You're not a robot racist.
No, I'm not.
That's good to know. I'm glad you're not a robot racist.
I am not. I'm not. It's just
those goddamn robots are taking our jobs.
It's kind of like Fried a Bender. You know what I mean? I like the idea of it. Like I said earlier, 48, spent 40 something years watching movies and growing up with robots.
Yeah, I want a C-3PO R2-D2. That's what I want. We can have a basic conversation. I wouldn't mind that. You can help me cook breakfast. I'm okay with that. You can go get the mail. Yeah,
I'm not gonna be a jerk to you. We're gonna hang out.
I wouldn't be. That's my kids, and when we use the Alexa in the house, and they'll yell at it, and I'll say, please don't yell at that.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. Well, one, I'm trying to teach them to just be polite in general. If and I know it sounds crazy, but you're asking for something, please try to be polite. Say, I personally say thank you to Alexa, just in case maybe they'll be like, when the robot uprising comes and I've finally been dismembered, I'm on the ground and they're about to crush my skull, they can be like, oh, he did thank us a few times, so we'll let him bleed out. He'll be fine. He won't crush his skull. And I'll say, thanks, Alexa.
I know I do have a problem with saying that name and the other name for the iPhone. I can't in the house. I always
you can change it to whatever you want. Like you can set it to call it whatever you want to call.
Okay, I thought you couldn't do that with the two.
You can set it. You can do
Well, it wouldn't matter because then I wouldn't say that name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just because it comes right on.
I've had it come like mine's activated from like TV. Yeah, from like TV and stuff. It'll be on and it'll say the name and my thing will light up and I'm like, oh, great.
I mean, I have had like Cartman breakdown moments in the house, because the devices will be set up on several of them where I'm just screaming at them because they all activate at once or telling them all to stop. Just stop. I'm trying to do this one thing. And now all the robots and the dogs barking and the kids screaming.
Just burn it all and move into the woods.
The beach. Yeah. I used to think the woods, but then like seeing
beach is way better. Beach
put your
Unless
back
you get
against the ocean.
you get that random hurricane. But what are you
Well,
gonna do?
I mean, you can't. You don't even want to take bicycles on the beach because the salt water just destroys the gear. So
Yeah.
I
But I
figure,
mean,
well,
you got food there. You got fish, and you can probably grow some crops inland. And a hurricane, you're only going to get a really bad one like once every 3 years. I
a
guess
lot of rabbits out there.
a lot of rabbits. Sea creatures and whatever. I guess depending on what beach. Yeah, I think you could escape to the beach. That'd be a good plan. That'd be a good plan. You really don't have to watch one angle. Because I used to be a run to the mountains kind of guy. That's where I figured I was gonna bug out to when the inevitable apocalypse happened. And I was like, why would I do that? I don't have.
Yeah, beach.
Yeah, beach. Wow, I'm not gonna live in the mountains. I don't want to live in the mountains. I'll visit the mountains. That'd be great. I love to visit the mountains. I would go hike, but I don't.
That'll be your vacation spot from the beach. Is the mountains.
I think the weather would be better. I think maybe the weather would be better. But you're right, salt air. Everything's gonna get corroded. Everything's gonna rust. Survival tools and whatnot. But I could see the merits of being maybe close to the beach. Close to the beach is maybe what I would do.
So anyway, let's so robots.
Oh yeah, robots.
If we're
robots and aliens and
robots, if look, let's get on the ball here. I want
better robots.
Better robots, man. I mean, look,
we have to start somewhere. It's not like I think they're late. I think they have it. I think somebody put robots on the back burner because, like you said, Boston Dynamic has been working on it for. Everybody knows the Boston Dynamic dogs and the stuff.
Have you seen some of the ones with the faces that look just insanely real, and they have like the receptionist talking? Why? I mean, and that's something else. That's something
really
else
why you're wondering why these are being invented? Because I can tell you,
I can
tell you exactly why these are being invented.
They're already brothels of them in Texas, but no, like why
would that be illegal?
No, I think there really is one. I think they're
gross.
Yeah, I'm not positive on that. I just someone talked to me about it one time that told me, and then it could be like one of those gossip things, or not. I was like, yeah, whatever. But then I was
but like, eventually, I mean, they already make those pretty realistic looking.
The robots that they're making right now, instead of trying to make them look so human, why can't we just make them look like C-3PO, like you said earlier, or like IG-88 or something like something.
Make them functional first.
Get them functional.
Get them working,
and then you can make them really cool looking. Why do they have to look like? I mean, because I think the answer to that question is that because they want people to feel comfortable around. But that's gonna feel really more. That's gonna be weirder to me.
I think somebody would be more comfortable with a C-3PO droid.
I would be,
because C-3PO never. Never posed a threat to anyone.
Yeah.
It was very not comical, but there was never a threat there. So mentally, if you have C-3PO, if you have Bender's an angry drunk who hates meat bags. That's not something you'd want cleaning your house or doing. So, would you want Bender around your kids? Realistically, no, you wouldn't want a Bender around your kids. Would you want C-3PO around your kids? Sure. Why not? It's he would call for help if anything happened. And if you had the least little problem, he'd be all about being helped with protocol droid. He's there to help you out. I can see that. And it's an image you're comfortable with. And then you go from there. That from there, you step up, you upgrade, you mod it, and because people love to mod shit. So just get it in our hands, and then we can worry about my children can worry about the robot uprising. I'll never have to worry about it. I guess Amazon started using those in Atlanta now. Those what a terrible idea that's going to be.
The ones that drive around.
Yeah,
the little tiny looking things with
they look like coolers.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, those are going to get so stolen and wrecked. I was like, I can't order anything from Amazon that's gonna fit in there because that's gonna be bad news. It's gonna get stolen. It's Atlanta, it's a big city living. But
how weird would that be if you're just sitting at your house and you're looking out the window and then just over the horizon you just see like this little
I will Ron Swanson that thing, man.
And it just comes rolling down your driveway.
No,
Peter. I don't know why it sounds like that. It just sounds.
I know.
Like
why all the robots?
That's just in my head.
We've progressed. We got the AI now. We can mimic anyone's voice. It could be Joe Biden.
Peter.
That would be cool if you could set up your own, like you could like request a voice,
Yeah.
like to do that. That'd be awesome.
Your daughters be there going, "What is this thing screaming outside?"
Yeah, because they wouldn't know what it is. They'd be like, why are you screaming? They'd be hitting it with sticks and bats. At least my children, I see. That's why I'm not worried about the robot uprising, because my children can take anything and destroy it at their whim. They'd be like, oh no, now I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna break you. Between big and little, they will end a robot's life. I have complete faith in that. I'll hand one a machete and one a bat, and this robot uprising will be over in quick time.
I could see my daughter right now. If that thing came down the driveway, I would hear, "What is that?" And before I could answer, I would hear the door closing because she'd be going inside the house, like just
bringing it in.
No, leaving me out there
Oh.
because she's like, she has the whole lead, follow, get out, or get out of the way mentality. Like, hey, I pointed it out. You could have left.
My work here's done.
Did I need to say more?
Yeah. It's your problem now, not mine.
There's no reason to be afraid.
I'm not afraid. I'll be dead. I'm
sorry.
Old and tired. I'll be dead. I don't care. Robots. You mean I don't have to go to work anymore? All right. Cool, man. You got it, robot. What is your clown down for?
my clown is down is
we talked about aliens and robots.
Okay, let's make them more like C-3PO. Let's just
more family friendly robots.
More
googly eyes.
Make them go for it, man. Like you've got the skills. These people that are making these things have the skills. Artists, there's all kinds of art. I mean, look at all the stuff that people making for movies, or just working in your workshop for just fun, or we've got the skills.
If I had a robot like C-3PO, I honestly would probably just hang a whiteboard around his neck and write notes on that for myself. I would just do that. I would just be like, all right, I got a robot, but I still need to do this at 9:30 tomorrow. I'll write it down because I wouldn't trust it to remind me. So I'm okay. My clown can be down. We can have robots and extraterrestrials. Let's move forward with the future that we were promised. I think these are the good first steps. I don't think it's going to be for us. I think we've aged out at this point to really enjoy any of it. We hurt when we wake up, and I think we've aged out of it. We're not old yet, but there's no jetpacks for us. There's no flying cars. Which I'm okay with, because that would be a travesty.
Oh God, yeah, it's coming.
People can't.
They've already got the drone cars. But
yeah, my clown can be down for the future happening. The future we were promised has begun happening, and maybe we can speed this along with the help of AI.
My clown is down. I am good with it. I just want
cool.
I just want the robots to be cooler looking. That's what I want. It's like, come on, let's do this.
We have future phones, future watches. Yes. Let's come on, let's do this. Let's start wearing iridescent clothing, and where the future is now. You think we're wrong, or you think our clown should not have been down, let us know why. Let us know why we're wrong, or you think we're wrong, because remember, these are our opinions.
That's right.
Your small towns are just as shitty as the big city, because it's all good old boys that beat the shit out of people they don't like, and meth heads standing around the Sitco, and drunk drivers, and you're not really any better than anybody else.